Hi everyone, these are my cabs for Yamaha XJ900. I'm not sure how many of you can relate to this, but this is what I found when I tried to strip them. There's this one, this one, this one, and obviously there's always one, is it? It's been stripped, so I've put some oil in there to let it work in there for a bit, but I have to most likely drill this out, or at least I hope that it will come out. Let me get onto the tools and get back to you. Right, before we go anywhere else with this, I've used a center punch to mark the center of it. You can't see it because of the oil. I've also took the next jet from the next seat, so we know how far we can go with the drill bit, because you don't want to go too far with it and you don't want to go too wide. Obviously this is the maximum diameter that we can use, and this is the maximum depth to the end of the thread basically. I've got some bolt extractors and we're going to try to use that, but I'm going to go with a thicker diameter to be on the safe side. As you can tell, it's quite nasty because I was planning to do this video for a long time now, but I ended up doing it on my desk, so at least we can see something. The way I've set this up, it's on a plank because this is now as much square as I can to make it square. We're going to start with a small drill bit, just going gingerly on it, and we're going to go one size up once this is drilled. As I said, it's only a couple of mil I'm drilling into, just to start it. I've used Q-tips just to extract the debris that's in there. I'm slightly off center, but I'm going to carry on because it don't matter that much. And we're going to take it from there. I'll drill a little bit more and we'll see where we end up. I have to say it is quite stressful, but we've got progress, and I'm on 2 mil at the minute, so we're going to drill a little bit more and I'll get back to you. This is the extraction of the swarf. All the debris, just use a Q-tip and a little bit of grease on it, put it in there so it picks it all up. Right, the next stage, I've drilled a bit further. I'm going to go a little bit deeper and then I'm going to make a larger hole and use the bolt extractor. Right, problem I got now is gauging how deep we've gone. I'm going to try to do this to find out. I'm going to put a smaller diameter drill bit that goes to the bottom of it, obviously, then any sort of drill bit next to it, rest it against it. Don't know if you follow what I'm about to do, but I'm just going to grab both of them at the same time. The bigger one is bottomed out on the top of the surface and the other one is at the bottom of the hole, so if I grab them together and slide them out, this is how deep I've gone. See? It's not the most precise way of measuring it, but it gives you some sort of idea where you are. So now I know I'm about, I don't know, 4 or 5 mil down. I can measure it precisely, but it's immaterial. If we put it in relation to this bolt, considering I've sheared it off completely, we are at the bottom basically, so we don't want to drill anymore. I haven't gone anywhere off brass, luckily, as you can tell. So I'm just going to drill halfway down with a larger diameter, and then we're going to try extracting it. Right now I'm going to drill using 3.5 drill bits, 3.5 mil. Then we're going to go to 4 mil, and I'm going to use the, not the smallest one, but the next size up, bolt extractor. That should grab it and should pull it out. That's what I'm hoping for anyway, we'll see. Let me drill that a little bit, then put another one and we take it from there. Right, as you can tell, it's not the best, but it's getting deeper, and I've got a couple of mil down on this, so we may be able to put the bolt extractor now. Probably I'm a little bit too shallow, but I don't want to go too deep with it. I'll measure it, I'll see where I am, and I'll get back to you. Right, this is where I am at the minute. I don't want to go any deeper because we are quite deep. It is pretty much central, so it's not too bad. I think I might have to blow it out with some compressed air or use a brush to clean it off so the threads don't catch anything. And we're going to try to use this bolt extractor. So I've cleaned it using brake cleaner, just sprayed it at an angle so it washed out any sort of debris as much as I could. And I've put some just 3-in-1 oil into the hole, let it soak for a bit, and I'm going to use the extractor in a sec. The only problem, I haven't got the tap handle, but never mind, we'll sort something out. Right, going in, I might not show the whole process, but I'm just using that, and we're going counterclockwise. I have to go really gently with it. Please bear with me, I'll just get back to you in a sec. Right, this size didn't go, it got ripped out, so we're gonna go the next size up, and we're gonna see if that will work. Either it's gonna work, or we're gonna have to change the carb, because at the minute there is something happening. We'll see when it comes out, but at the minute, as you can hear, that could be that going out. This is something we don't expect. See the valve? That is still stuck in there, and I've snapped this part, so I guess we sorted now. Fail. As you can tell, not all stories have happy endings here. This one snapped, and the part of brass is still stuck inside it, didn't even budge, so I'm not sure if somebody used glue on it or what, but I have to replace this card body. The good thing is I've got the old carbs that were on the bike originally, ages ago. Only problem with these ones, one of the bolts on this one is actually snapped off. See this? I thought it was the bowl, but it's actually the part underneath as well. So these cannot be used, but luckily that's number, what number? That's number 3, and I need number 4. So at least that, we can put that back on, and that should be okay then. Okay, I'll get back to you on this one. I was thinking about getting this out and gluing it back on, because there is no direct fuel flowing through there as long as the needle's in there, but I don't think that's viable. I'm gonna look for a separate bowl. The other set of carburetors conveniently is slightly different, so I might have to look for another body for these. Just the body, and that's it. Anyway, if you want to do something like that, don't, because it is annoying. Because problem is you don't know what happened to it. Somebody might have over tightened it, somebody might have used Loctite, somebody might have, I don't know, hit it, bend it, I don't know, tried to remove it with something. I don't know, and at the minute I don't really care. I just need to get a part for it to rebuild these and get it on the bike, so the bike is back up and running. Okay, I'll see you on the next one. Hopefully it's going to be more successful than this. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. Like the video if you liked it, and I'll see you on the next one.